Question number 4, Claire Hockey.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what assurances it can give to customers who signed solar energy Green Deal agreements with home energy and lifestyle management systems, which ceased trading in April 2016, in light of the reports that some have found their energy bills increasing by up to 3 times and the value of their homes being adversely affected.
Cabinet Secretary Angela Constance.
Presiding Officer, I'm very sorry to hear that customers who signed up to the UK Government's Green Deal scheme in good faith are facing difficulties from a scheme that was meant to help households to reduce their energy bills. Unfortunately, it's not the first time that we've heard of customers facing difficulties under this scheme, and we've raised our concerns directly with the UK Government. And we've also worked with the relevant regulatory bodies to ensure that redress routes through both the Green Deal and the Financial Ombudsman are available to anyone in this circumstance. And I would urge anyone concerned who think they have been affected by this scheme or who are struggling to pay their energy bills to contact Home Energy Scotland, who can provide support on this matter.
Ivan Baker. Claire Hockey.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, and I thank the Cabinet Secretary for her answer. Dozens of my constituents in Blantyre have approached me to complain that they have been missold solar panels by Home Energy and Lifestyle Management Systems Limited relating to the UK Government's Green Deal programme. This is having a huge impact on them financially and personally as they deal with the distress this is causing them. And I believe this issue is not confined to my constituency of Rutherglen. Can the Cabinet Secretary give my constituents reassurance the Scottish Government will press the UK Government for a resolution to the mis-selling of solar panel deals in Scotland, which have left people with huge debt for years to come and properties which they are unable to sell?
Cabinet Secretary.
Presiding Officer, I know Ms Hockey has been working very hard on this issue within her constituency, both representing her specific constituents, but also raising the matter over the peace. Can I reassure her by saying that the Scottish Government have made a number of requests over the past few years for the UK Government to strengthen their consumer protection processes. The previous Minister for Housing wrote to the then Secretary of State Amber Rudd at the end of last year emphasising the need to ensure that their schemes offer protection to Scottish customers, and we will continue to press them to take action wherever possible. But given the significant issues raised in connection to Helms, Scottish Government officials convened with ministerial approval a UK-wide enforcement group in December 2015. This group comprised, amongst others, from the representatives from the Green Deal, the Financial Ombudsman, Energy Savings Trust, Citizens Advice Scotland, Trading Standards and indeed the UK Government. And this meeting was used to highlight issues Scottish consumers are facing. Through this process, we have facilitated, I'm pleased to say, and agreed redress routes through the Ombudsman for customers who feel that they have been missold plans under this scheme. And I also want to highlight, Presiding Officer, that the Scottish Government fund Home Energy Scotland. This is an advice service which is also on hand to support and guide consumers on this matter. And I will ask my officials to liaise directly with Ms Hockey to help her constituents access this support if they've not already done so.
Ivan McKee.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I would just like to draw the Cabinet Secretary's attention to the fact that Helms were also involved in insulating homes in Glasgow Provan under the Green Deal. My constituents have been left without building warrants and with work of an unknown quality. That means many cannot get insurance or claim the cash back. There are thousands of pounds out of pocket and need remedial work. Given that they went ahead confident this company appeared on the list of approved installers authorised by the UK Department of Energy and Climate Change, what can the Scottish Government do to support these constituents and to get the UK Government to take some responsibility here?
Cabinet Secretary.
Presiding Officer, we are aware that around 5 customers received external wall insulation from this company, which was partly funded through the early phases of the Scottish Government cashback scheme, and have been left with the work which is not up to standard and for which they have no building warrant. I understand that Mr McKee's office has been in correspondence with the Energy Savings Trust about his constituents. If I can also say to Mr McKee that we have instructed Energy Savings Trust to support these customers, to liaise with manufacturers of the external wall insulation system, to establish what remedial works can be carried out under the guarantee, and establish what is required in order for the customer to get a building warrant from their council. We anticipate that we will have paid out all outstanding claims from householders through this scheme shortly, and I can confirm that we will do what we can to help these householders resolve this situation. And if Mr McKee is aware of any more constituents in this situation, I will ask that his office continue to pass their details to the Energy Savings Trust.